What up, YouTube? This is Team Pharaoh 7 here. I'm the one person in the group who likes to make decks that aren't necessarily top tier, but they're still fun to play, and they're still competitive, can be played competitively. Um, uh, Despite the mat, it's not a 6 Samurai deck. My deck is Noble Knights. First off, you're going to want to run 3 Noble Knight Madrats. His effect, he's a normal monster until he has a Noble Arms equipped to him. His effect, when he's got one equipped to him, he goes up to level 5. His attribute is Dark, and you can special summon a Noble Knight from your deck and face up defense. Then you have to pop a Noble Arms card. But it's okay because they come right back if you need them to, or you can just XYZ whatever you want to do. He's the main searcher of the deck, and you gotta have 3 of those. Next, we got 2 Rescue Rabbits for Artorias, because who doesn't love an instant XYZ for the most part? I mean, 18 attack, 18 defense, he's pretty high up there. And should worst case come, you don't have Rabbit, you can also special summon Gawain. You just need a normal light monster, but you can special summon him in defense if you got him on the field. So that allows for quite a bit of XYZing, even if you don't have Rabbit or if you do. Next, we have 2 of this guy. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Similar to Madrat, he has to have a Noble Arms card equipped to him to use his effect. Detached, it's basically a warrior returning alive, except for Noble Knights, but since that's what I'm running, don't really need a warrior returning alive. Next, we got my Noble Knight. He's basically used with Madrat because when Madrat goes up to 5, you can use the effect to special summon him and then re-equip it to Madrat and then XYZ for 5. Or if all you can do, you can tribute a normal Noble Knight to special summon him, and then you can tribute Noble Knights to add Noble Arms equip cards. But that's really not as common of a use, especially if you want to be able to put out some high-powered monsters. And then we have Gores, because you either have a field or you have nothing, so it doesn't hurt to have a Gores in your hand. Also, we have BLS, because, I mean, you don't have that many dark. You only have 2 darks in the main deck, but the extra deck's got a couple extra darks, and you just need 1 in there, so having 1 of him doesn't hurt. And last but certainly not least, Honest, because majority of almost all of these are light. So, I was thinking they needed to be fairy, but that was pointed out to me that it didn't, so I ran that quite nicely. That's it for the monsters. For the spells, we have Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn, common in almost every deck that you play. Everyone's got to run those 3, or wants to. Next, Reinforcements, because every warrior deck runs Reinforcements. It's a searcher, and it sucks that it's limited to 1. As for the Noble Arms cards, we have 2 Destiny. When it's popped, it can come re-equipped to a Noble Knight, and once per turn, your Noble Knight cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect. So that can save your monsters quite a bit, especially if you want to suicide your monster stays. Then we have 2 Caliburn. Monster gains 500, Noble Knight gains 500 attack, and once per turn you can gain 500 life points, a nice little kind of solemn wishes thing, plus your monster gains attack. Last of the Noble Arms, we have 2 these Noble Arms. I don't know how to pronounce that, but basically you can target a monster, or target a Noble Knight that's equipped to. It loses 500 attack permanently regardless if that card's on the field or not afterwards. And then you can destroy 1 set card your opponent controls. That does include, set defense as well. It's really good to use with Madrat, not that one, sorry. It's really good to use with Madrat because, use effect, make him lose 500, doesn't matter because then you pop and then you use pop special, or special then pop, and then, XYZ. Next we have 2 MSTs because back row is killer, so the more you have to get rid of back row, the better. We have a Mage Power because you want to boost your attack. Try boosting your attack as much as you can. We have a Book of Moon, because, stop effects, flipping face down. And then we have a White Elephant Gift. White Elephant Gift, you just send a normal monster from your side of the field to the graveyard, draw 2 cards. It's really good if you can get Artorigus and then get a couple more, especially Special Summon Gawain as well, because then you can still XYZ and then send an Artorigus and it give you some draw power. For the traps, we have Solemn Judgment, Solemn Warning, common quite a bit. I mean, I know it's a life point killer, but this says no to almost everything. This says no to every summon. So, why not run them? Next, we have 2 bottomless trap holes. I mean, what's better than getting rid of a monster on the field? Banishing it. Unless their deck revolves around banishing, then it sucks. But that's not that common. Then we have 2 Compulse, especially when they can't be destroyed by card effects. Compulse them. It's not destroying them. Who doesn't like that and who doesn't hate to receive that? Next, we have 2 Mirror Forces. I'd like to run a D-Prison, but don't have them right now, so that works pretty good too. Then we have Torrential Tribute. Really good, especially if you got your Noble Knight with Destiny on it, because it keeps it from being destroyed. Activate Torrential Tribute when your opponent summons, their field's destroyed, and you still got your monster. Then last we have Starlight Road, because negate the big stuff, Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, whatever else. And now onto the extra deck. We have 2 Artorigus, King of the Noble Knights, 2 level 4 Noble Knights. When he's summoned, you can target up to 3 different Noble Arms cards you control or in your graveyard and equip them to him. Also, once per turn, you can detach one XYZ material to destroy spell and trap cards on the field up to the number of Noble Arms equipped to him. Quick note, though, you can only have 1 face-up of each Noble Arms card. You can't have 2 of the same face-up. Next, we have a Shockmaster. Shockmaster's pretty good to slow down any opponent's deck, and he's pretty easy to get out in this, call spells for spell books, monster effects, for E-Dragons, Dark Worlds, whatever. Then we have Starliege Paladinamo. I mean, basically you can hit them directly for 2,000, hit their monster for 2,000, and when you destroy, you get to draw a card. I mean, who doesn't like drawing? Next we have Steel Swarm Roach. I know a lot of people are XYZing, so not many level 5s and higher are coming out, but when they do, it's nice to have that in your extra deck to be prepared for. Then we have Utopia, negating attacks. We have Maestro, detach instead of being destroyed. We have Heroic Champion Excalibur, 4,000 attack, and he can be used with Honest as well. Again, Warriors, Blade Armor Ninja. 2 attacks, pretty good to hit with. Next we have Photon Papal Operative. I mean, flip them into attack, make them easy hit. Gaga Cowboy, I mean, I use him to do that last bit, a little bit of damage, to keep them from, in case they have a chance of coming back, because I don't want to risk it. I hate killing by effect damage, but sometimes you got to. Number 91, Thunderspark Dragon. Destroy all the monsters. I mean, detach 3. Again, 3 is not too difficult to get out. Adrius, as well as number 61, Volcasaurus, are the 2 5s you have as your options with Madrot and our Noble Knight. Just situation dependent, really. I mean, Volcasaurus, again, is good to do that effect damage if you need to kill them. And then last, we have Stardust Dragon to go work with Starlight Road. And that's my Noble Knight deck. I hope you like it. Try building more decks out there that aren't just, the top tier deck, because it sucks to, go to a tournament and face Evil Swarm, Evil Swarm, Evil Swarm, or Spellbook, 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 or E-Dragon, 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 or something else that is just a complete pain in the ass. Be creative, be original. Thank you, and have a good day.